Why, hello, everybody. Welcome on back to another absolutely brand new stream, everyone. Welcome on back. And I should say, welcome. And I mean, welcome, yours truly again. Welcome on back, everybody, to another brand new stream. Also, by any chance, exactly that, welcome to the stream, everyone. Definitely, once again, welcome back. So, anyways, before we start to begin on with the stream, is that, I got you guys some good news. Or should I say, basically, some good news that I actually want to be informing for everyone exactly that the good news is, guess what even happened? And also, just want to let you guys know that I actually was doing something, a very interesting thing exactly while I pretty much was heading to Big Owls. Just letting everyone else know by any chance that there was like a photo booth thing. It was like a photo booth thing. I don't know. But like I said, it was pretty interesting. I kind of liked it. I think it was just the one exactly since I couldn't barely just get like the second one or however. But the first one actually was very quite interesting. And also, it had 9 photos of me. Basically, 9 photos. And I'm like, yo, 9 photos, I say. 9 photos is pretty good, which also is the same thing, adds into a one photo, so it kind of adds like both things. So before I show you guys that gift exactly, and before I might show you guys what it even looks like exactly, man, I am just pretty lucky actually, just to be very only lucky that I have like my own photo exactly when I was in Big Owls. So yeah, that's all I have to say, and will probably say for the time being exactly is that, I got myself as like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 photos. As I still yet again had pretty much said so with 9 photos. Which you guys are about to see right now, which you guys have seen that now in the thumbnail exactly, of pretty much in the background, which that's what you probably might see anyway on that thumbnail. Just letting you guys know on that thumbnail is that's what you guys are seeing right now. And also, just want to let you guys know, I know I was going to prefer to be more dark exactly, but I kind of decided instead was like, you know what, how about let's just do it right now. I mean, how about we just do it right now on the stream? I mean, just how about we do it right now? And that's what I said was, okay, let's do it right now. And that's all I had to decide and think about, so that's all I said. And here you go, guys. Here's the photo, which I'm going to show you guys like 9 of these pictures. Like, they kind of look like cell phones, just want to let you guys know. It kind of looks like cell phones, actually. It kind of looks like the cell phones version. Like, you guys get to see like black, pink, and pretty much light yellow, green, and then pretty much another blue, which is pretty much dark blue, pink, white, and then of course yellow, red, and then blue. You guys get to be seeing 9 separate colors, which that's what you guys might see with the separate colors. So, I mean, I wish there was orange in that one, but it's fine. I mean, it just didn't matter if it was kind of orange. But anyway, here's what I want to show you guys with the photo, which is what I'm about to show you guys right now exactly. So, here's the photo, everyone. We're going to just show you guys the photo right now. So, here it is, everybody. Look at this. Like, look at this. Basically, let's just go with the first one, since that's what we're going to kind of do anyway. So, here's the first one you guys see in this left. And also seen at the center, right there on the right. There it is again, right there and there. And of course, right there, and there, and there, and there. Like, that is so many separates. Not going to lie, but those are many separates. Which that's true though, which I could really technically, it is kind of true actually for that reason. So it's true. So, anyways, if you guys do feel free to join on the StreamYard, then feel free to join exactly because at this point, it's our 34th StreamYard anyway, since we're going to kind of basically count that for 34. So, yeah, it's going to probably be 34 anyways. So, man, some things, like I said, is going to get pretty interesting with my channel. Just a few good, interesting things that might be actually be a good thing, for seeing what's really even happening to be a good thing. And yeah, so gotta say to let everyone else know exactly as well, let's just take a look what we even have. So for now, folks, let's just go ahead and see what we got. So for right now, folks, I actually do want to let everyone else know, basically by any chances that, yeah, it's actually pretty interesting once you guys get to know that. And oh, there is going to probably be part one just for the gameplay, as I still said yet again attended for part one. So yeah, part one of Zombie U is going to be heck of amazing. Like, it's going to be freaking awesome, like badass, like also literally badass. That's pretty much what I would say is just badass is perfect. So anyway, that's all I might have to remind everybody that it was pretty good, actually very good. So for what I actually do want to just pretty much do for basically by any chances that, well, yeah, I actually do want to say for everybody exactly is that, well, I just want to see how everybody's doing for the week, exactly this week, or however exactly it's just, to see how things are going and see how things are doing lately on this first channel of mine. And I gotta say that yes, I did attend reviewing another extra game exactly. I did attend to actually attend adding number one, which also by any chance, here's what number one is, by the way. Just want to let you guys know on an update for basically of this. It's just, well, here's number one. Actually, before, after pretty much what happens with Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, what really even happens with the revisited of that game is probably going to be what happens to the first one exactly after the revisited again on Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator is pretty much Marvel versus Capcom Infinite. Yes, I have definitely chosen that game. The reason why I chose that game exactly is because, yeah, it's gonna probably be interesting. I mean, I really have not even intended to even show it on pretty much basically recording after all, since like, yes, I did beat the game while using my Xbox or even using my PS4, for example, which, yes, I did beat it off recording, which I was kind of actually wanting to go on and see how awesome the game was. And I decided, was like, you know what? Let's see if we can give that a try at my channel. Let's just see if we get that as a try. And then I decided, was like, all right, well, that's going up on my list. Since, like, I'll always keep on updating the post exactly to keep on updating the post for everybody to be noticing exactly or understanding that, well, just want to let everyone else to be clarified for that reason is that, yes, I decided on the extra of pretty much one of two exactly, that the one actually is going to be Marvel versus Capcom Infinite. That's the first one that's going to happen. That's what's really going to happen is that's going to come soon. Very coming soon. After Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator Revisited. After that's over, that's when it's going to jump on board. And then afterwards, pretty much with the other one, let's just say the second extra is coming around too exactly, but it's going to be a Wii game instead. Because, I mean, we're going to kind of do a little bit more Wii games sometimes, just a little bit of Wii, just to get something pretty good for a little bit and just get to enjoy the fresh of the game. Like, even if it's old, then it's just going to be a little bit new to me exactly. So, I only had decided what the next one was about was that the only thing that was next actually to be attended, the only thing I did say was next actually to be unfortunately, is that the only thing I did say next, well, let's just say the only thing that is next is that it's going to be Super Mario Sports. Yes, that's right. Super Mario Sports. MIX. So yeah, that's gonna actually be happening too. After along with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, that, my friends, is gonna be coming right up soon for the second part. Which, if you guys are excited to see the extra, that's gonna be two. Then that's what's gonna be the extra. So if you guys kind of do understand or don't understand of the update, then it's just what I'm going to talk about in the update and just say, unfortunately, it's just going to be the only two final games left. Those are going to be the final gaming stuff, and then afterwards, you know, it just will never be delayed anymore. I mean, if it could be reached all the way to the end of 2025 or maybe stay a little bit near 2024, then that's when we're going to keep trying and trying. So, we're still going to keep pushing on with the gaming stuff and keep on that continuing. After all, we're going to keep on more gaming stuff alive, exactly. Just on this channel, basically of mine, on my first channel. And afterwards, we can still continue what we always do and always, most likely every time. And that's pretty much what I always will know. And actually, an interesting question that popped to my head exactly a little bit is that, oh yes, I did heard about the Pico game. about the Pico update exactly. I kind of heard about that. I was like, wait, you serious? Pico has got his own game, basically. I mean, it's still the same Finite Funkin' logic. It's still the same logic of Finite Funkin', but a little bit more remixed. I was like, wait, you can actually do that? You can actually finally play as Pico? Which I'm talking about me exactly if I could play as Pico, and I'm like, oh, I see. I see. So that's what it's been telling me this whole time, huh? Interesting. Like, yeah, it's actually interesting. I just never even knew how the update was happening, but it somehow was the update. And oh, by any chance, looks like pretty much Pico is going to be challenging all the characters from Boyfriend's enemies now into Pico's. And then pretty much the only one-sided villain that also gets to pretty much be the only one who probably was with the person with the knife exactly, with the lady with the knife basically. Yeah, I guess I have to say that Boyfriend might be challenging that guy too, exactly, but it pretty much won't be Pico again. It'll only be Boyfriend again, and we'll challenge him. And I was like, wait, you serious? This is actually reverse swapped? I'm like, no Sherlocking way. That is actually crazy. Like, I'm telling you, it's just crazy, just crazy. Just absolutely, like, nuts. Like, it came to be so nuts that I never even noticed. Literally didn't even notice how, but I was like, wait, wow, that's crazy. It just really came out with that update is cool. And also, if anybody is telling me to say is like, oh, you gotta play Pico's game. Well, I already know that. I've already used my knowledge for a little bit of knowing what that even would go to. So yes, I actually will decide to play that game. But unfortunately, until somebody says like, "Oh, why can't you play the game?" Well, I'll tell you why. The reason why I can't tell it is because I have to play a game that when people had voted for, then that's when I say people had voted for. You know what I mean? It's just only my Discord poll basically. So, like I said, it's just gonna stay where it's gonna always stay. Basically where it's gonna stay. And actually just want to let you guys know a little bit about that, about with Pico's update is that, well, tell you guys what on Pico's update is that if I ever do a 10 finishing Zombie U or maybe Sub-Zero's game I could pretty much get over with and finish, then that's when I might jump into Pico's update, which it will still be Friday Night Funkin', but it'll still relate to be the next part of, however, it'll be an interesting battle just to see where that even goes. But we're gonna just see where this even plays and maybe see where that even goes. And also, yes, the video, like I said, is working in progress. And let's just say it's going to be saved into the later pile. It'll still be me talking about the game. It'll still be me about talking about how great the game is and how badass the game is. That's all I would have to know. But again, it's just kind of me talking about about me going on and on about talking about Pico's update for whatever. So that's just all I'm talking about. So if you guys kind of got that point or kind of got that to understand is that, yes, Pico's update, I'll totally play the game as long as I have to say how good the game is, or maybe the remix of it is good, then that's going to be awesome. And actually, as if for Boyfriends, let's just say that it will be played whenever it gets to the next chance of getting to the next work, of however it'll be the same thing as Pico's. But like I said, if I didn't make any sense, then again, it's just that I don't even know. So again, it's not my fault if I didn't make sense. So basically, that's when you guys might get to know how the game's going to be. So like I said, two chances are only like a two-way split. Just want to let everyone else understand and notify that is that yes, this will only be a two-way route, exactly two-way routes. Unfortunately, Zombie U is next. So just want to let you guys know when it's now, it means now. It can't be moved back again because it's only going to stay forward. So remember, it's chosen when it's been chosen. So yes, it's going to stay chosen as long as it's going to be. So that's all you guys have to say and know. Now, the only thing I could say about pretty much intending to move Sub-Zero's game a little bit forward or back, which I'm not trying to make Sub-Zero pretty mad about that because he only wants me to play the game, which of course I was in a cosplay of Sub-Zero because you know what I'm talking about. And also, for Sub-Zero's game, I could either do this for 2 routes for a little bit of pretty much with Pico's update and then Sub-Zero's game. Either way, I'm going to say this. One, pretty much Sub-Zero's game is going to be forward or maybe back. Or two, Pico's game could be moved forward and maybe moved back. Because at this point, I'm only deciding to see what I could try to do to make it even easier without me going on to try to find some thumbnails to just get with the Zombie games, which that's what I'm trying to do exactly to get to the second part where I'm trying to actually find a little bit more details of finding more ways to get easier ways to beat Zombie in an easy way. So that's all I might have to just let everyone else understand that question is just fully understand it. So that's when I might have to say it. So there you go. And also, let me just say what else is going to be next. So, what else is next exactly after all the gaming is over? Let's just say that, well, after all the gaming is over, then there is going to be a few less gaming that will still be there, but unfortunately there will be lesser parts, which I don't know if that could be, but we'll see where this even lands or see where this even goes. I mean, unfortunately, I'm quite excited to see where I'm going to try to make with everything else, actually. So it's going to be good. At least I'll try to see if I can do it to see if it's any good. And oh, the next question I'll be thinking about is the Left 4 Dead 2. Left 4 Dead 2, huh? Well, and I mean, well, the Left 4 Dead 2. That's a good question. Well, here's what I'll say about this question about the Left 4 Dead 2, actually, is that, oh, I gotta say, the game is so good. The game is awesome. The game has always been naturally perfect. Like, even hell, I'd say Left 4 Dead 2 has been a very interesting, good game. A very absolutely perfect game. And I'm like, yes, that's all I wanted to see. Is something very good like killing zombies, of course. Like, you have to use weapons and get anything else, like supplies, kits, or anything else that's related to anything else of Left 4 Dead 2. And I'm like, should I really even choose that game? Or should I even decide it? Well, here's what I can say what's going to be decided. Well, the only thing I'm going to say what's going to be decided is either going to say this. Well, if anybody has been paying attention on the stream exactly, then this is going to be an official, where I'm going to be talking about the official. So just remember, when I say it's going to be official, then it's going to be approved, okay? So just remember, it's going to be approved by me, Devin-Foxy, remastered. Even if I have to mix things few up exactly, even if I have to mix things up a little bit by moving numbers, then just letting you guys know, I'm just only doing what I could do for the best. So remember, I'm not adding more pluses into the gaming spots because none of those are going to count. They're more likely going to be lesser counts that for however the numbers are going to be. So just remember, it's not going to be related to the post at all for the updated post. It still won't be related to it because I mean, I'm still always going to follow it. However, I'm going to get that all the way done. However, it's going to kill me or not kill me at all. But at least, like I said, I'm at least trying to make some good, decent work upon with my content and stuff and other things and everything else exactly. So that's just what I might have to say about it. Yeah, so for the Left 4 Dead 2, I'm totally going to like that game. And even if I will play that game again, it's going to be good. I will like that game even more. I'll even play it. And also, just want to let everyone else understand and be clear with it is that, well, what's my favorite 2 characters for the Left 4 Dead 2 game? Well, the only thing I'll say about the Left 4 Dead 2 is what my favorite even is Nick. Or should I say, hashtag Nicholas, or aka Nicholas. The only reason why I'm saying Nick is a better character because I like the guy who's pretty much wearing a suit, a white suit, actually, that is an interesting character. So the reason why I'm saying about Nick is that here's what I'm going to say number 1. First off, I like Nick. 2, I think I have to say Nick is a pretty good con man. You know, I mean, he's a pretty interesting con man indeed, like going on for some like business. Like, I like the guy, how he was pretty interesting and a little bit more, kind of more likely the guy that probably much is like a sided hero and a sided villain for a bit. That is pretty much Nick. I mean, Nick is a pretty good character and all, since that's what I'm just trying to agree with, and that's all I would have to notice and say. And oh, by any chance, well, here's my second favorite for the Left 4 Dead 2, actually. The only thing is my next favorite is Francis, the biker. So anyway, the biker, yes, Francis. So the reason why I'm giving it an account for Francis is because, oh, I'm like the guy who pretty much gets a little attended to be seen as like, oh, pretty much gets to be on with Zoe, however, pretty much with the other group. With the other group that is pretty much Bill and Francis, well, pretty much with Lewis. Yeah, I meant to sing Lewis. Damn it. I meant to sing Lewis. So anyway, the only thing I'm saying is just that I find the game so impressive with the Left 4 Dead 2. It's just a masterpiece. It's a perfect game, and I like it. Even though that mods are still yet again required for however, but that's fine. I mean, it's just fun because, like I said, I don't attend using mods in the game because that's going to be a heck no for me. So the reason why I'm saying heck no exactly is because even if I did use mods for that game, it's still going to remain to a big no of me saying is, no. I'm not using mods because if I were to use mods, it kind of would be a good question by people saying is like, hey, why are you using mods? Aren't you supposed to do the original story of all of it? Well, yes, actually, yes. Unfortunately, yes. That's what I might say is yes. So there you guys have it. And I mean, there you guys go. So, like I said, after pretty much with Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, we visited, Left 4 Dead 2 is going to be next. So just want to let you guys know that it will be next anyway, because it'll be next. And actually, one more extra surprise that comes to number 3. So here's what I'll say about the next extra surprise. Well, it's going to depend either being on the Wii, the Wii U, the 3DS, which technically I never even used the 3DS for gameplays anyway, since like, oh, I kind of use it for off recording or just maybe play something random, just play a random game that's on the chip, and that's pretty much it. And of course, my Xbox yet again will still be counted or included for that. And of course, next would probably be Steam, and then of course the PS5, which I don't know if I technically would still do gameplays on the PS5, but I'll still, I mean not PS5, PS4. Yeah, my freaking god, my tongue is just on a twisting of twisting cheesy boxes. Yeah, hate it when my tongue does that. Again, that's why I always hate doing that. So, what I was trying to say, PS4, not PS5. That's all I'm saying, is not PS5, just PS4. So, PS4 will still be included to that number, so it'll still be counted. And as for Steam, yes. Steam by any chance? Oh yes, absolutely. I get to actually just let everyone else know that yes. I'll technically be saying is hell freaking yes. I'll totally be deciding and saying yes. I will definitely be playing Steam. Just wanted to let you guys know that yes. Steam is also going to be again will be accounted too exactly for the count, which will also be a gameplay as well, which will be the last extra third, which what I'm saving again for the third. But like I said, there isn't going to be any spoilers to nothing. It will only remain dead silence, only for that extra number. Whenever there's the last extra number, it means it's a finished, memento, finished, and done. Which means also a little bit in Spanish by saying is finito, or whether I'm not even very familiar by saying whatever exactly, by saying the word done or whatever, but I'm not there quite frankly sure with it. Yeah. So anyway, you guys will get to see one extra third that is remaining to be dead silence and totally again to be quiet. So just remember, if anybody's wanting to make guesses, remember, I don't want to be the one saying is like, hey, you don't want to make guesses, okay? I'm just saying it for a surprise for my fans. A surprise. It's going to be like a big surprise. So remember, there isn't going to be any spoilers or nothing. So if I were you, don't say any spoilers because that's not going to look good. So remember, I tend to, like I said, is just zip and not even say nothing. Even if I will say it now, which I'm not actually, I'll still keep it zipped. Always zipped and closed. So, the third, like I said, is going to be yet again recommended by either is this. from my fingers. So here's what I'm going to say with my fingers. So, first one is the Wii. Second is the Wii U. 3 is the 3DS. 4 is pretty much my Xbox. 5 is pretty much PS4. 6, on the other hand, is PS4. Yeah, that's PS4. So, yep. The next one is Steam. And finally, the next one is the Nintendo Switch. So remember, all 7 of those choices are yet again to be decided to be chosen. So remember, when I select a game, then I'm going to select it. And I will select it random. When I say it's going to be selected random, there's going to only be 7. Only thoroughly 7. 7 choices of the games. I'll only pick from one. That isn't going to be decided to be chosen at all. It's going to be like it's a tournament. Just imagine if it's a tournament, by saying which one actually wins first. So remember, however, if all 7 of those games are being picked and chosen from yours truly, me, that I'm only going to currently be doing this off recording, then yes, that there, my friends, is going to happen anytime soon, which will not happen anyway. It's going to get all the way from the game numbers to be passed and passed. However, if I do pretty well to do all of them. So that's a good question. So, anyway, just wanted to give you guys a fair heads up for that. And yes, also, if anybody has not paid attention on some other streams of mine, then feel free to look onto that and feel free to enjoy those. Because like I said, most of that is, like I said again, is currently, again, awesome. So, yet again, thumbs up for most of it. And it's still awesome to this day. So, it is, again, awesome. So, anyway, just wanted to let you guys know for that and actually just understand that, just wanting that to be understood and fully, completely understand it. So, yeah, just to be sure to understand. So, anyway, so here's what I'll say what's next. What I might say next is pretty much currently with everything else. So, about with the Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff is that, well, I am going to get on a phone call pretty much with David Parks and see if I can try to release a season, but my own season that is only going to be related to is FNAF Season Plush. Only related to that next number is only about Five Nights at Freddy's. After all, we are still intending to still stay with the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff and will intend to stay with it as long as we can. So that's going to be a good thing. It's only going to be a good thing when it's good news, when it's going to be about the Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff. So it's going to be good news. And also, once the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff actually yet again begin with the season and everything else, then oh yeah, trust me, it's going to be one hell of a season, or should I say campaign, which I don't even use to say that, but it's only just going to say it's going to be one hell of a season anyway. So yeah. You guys might get to know all the characters from every Five Nights at Freddy's games that you guys might get to notice, or maybe yet again has to be plush versions, which, oh yeah, the voice in mind, I'll still again attend to work with all of it as long as I can. And as for me, oh yeah, I'll actually attend calling up the boss that is pretty much David Parks, actually just to call him up on the phone and says like, hey, when is the season going to be released? Or maybe when I'll tell him like a few questions, or maybe just do whatever exactly, but you know what I mean. So, again, folks, it's going to be pretty good. As long as we do pass all the gaming and stuff, that we will get everything else completely finished, then yes, that there will be amazing. And truly, once again, and always again, very amazing. And also, if anybody does, again, try to maybe complain about saying is hey, why can't we just jump onto the stream? Well, the reason why that is pretty much is by any chance is because, well, if anybody, like I said, whoever does intend to be first on the chat, then that's when it's going to be a good thing to be actually just say, if you're the first person to be in the chat, or maybe just go onto my invite box, then that's when you might be the only first person to get a round of applause. So that's all I might have to ask. So anyway, just want to show you guys the photos, pretty much of me exactly with the photos that is pretty much like this. See, this, my friends, kind of looks like phones. I'm like, man, this actually looks like 9 phones in 9 pictures of me. All the pictures of me. It's just right there. See, right there is right there. So look at that. See? Even from the top, even from the bottom, or even down to the bottom right there. So, yeah, that actually looks pretty good. The only thing I liked exactly was pretty much the ninth pose. The ninth pose was so good, and even the sixth pose was actually pretty cool. When I was doing that with both arms at the same time, not both arms though, but I mean, I was just doing like the right or left exactly with the arm posing. So it kind of looked pretty nice. It looked pretty good. I mean, if it didn't look its best on the photo, then it should have probably been better. So that's pretty much what it could have done. Actually, it could have really been done. So anyway, and also, how was Big Owls for me? Oh, Big Owls was awesome. I don't have to tell you guys. I actually just got more Injustice cards. As we are now yet again speaking, that I actually got more Injustice cards. For more likely the best for the Injustice cards. But trust me, I actually had to memorize all the characters' names. Which I mean, no, we haven't played the game of it yet, but I'm just showing you what the cards even look like from the game itself, of all those cards. So here's what I did from out of order. So I'll count you guys up all the cards just to get a little interested and just to get to know what all those were. So fast and for the Batmans I already got was like shoot, I gotta say I got a lot of more Batmans than I would have expected I even have. So give me a sec. I'm just gonna show you guys the cards here. So here you go. Let's just see what the cards even look like. And here we go. So the cards for all the Batman ones that we even have right here is, let me count all of it. So here it is, guys. I'm going to count from this. So 1, and then of course 2, and then 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 Batman cards. Literally 12 of them. Like so much 12. I'm like, wait, really? How's that even possible with all 12? I was like, no way did I have to say it was impossible. So look at all this, guys. Look, right, I got here is 12 Batman cards. Literally like 12. Like, that is so crazy. Like, the only craziest thing having 12 Batman cards, pretty much with the Injustice ones, is just so rad to me. Like, they're so good. Like, they're all good. Like, I can't believe I'm saying it, but it looks good. It just looks really good. Now, the question is, am I going to pretty much be the only one saying is like, yeah, how many too many cards are going to be? Well, first off, I could explain what the next cards exactly is that, well, I might probably have to give the cards away exactly, just give like a few bit of like repeated cards of old cards that pretty much would be a little bit confusing. So, yeah, kind of confusing actually, just kind of confusing. So, yeah, I'll show you guys more. I'll definitely show you guys more cards. So, I'll show you guys more cards. Anyway, Superman cards. Well, let's take a look what we even have for the Superman cards. So, if anybody is, feel free to actually go on my chat box or just go in the chat, then feel free to go on there. So, feel free to talk. Or if anybody does want to join. So, here's the Superman cards. I mean, the Superman cards are kind of actually more likely a bit lesser than Batman cards. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying I only have 12 Batman cards other than 4 Superman cards. Bro, I don't know why I'm so lucky to even get Batman cards anyway. Like, how lucky was I? I don't know. Interested, I guess. So anyway, here's all the 4 Superman cards. Right about here. Right here, folks. Right about here. Yep. Man of Steel, the prison one, absolutely. And then the next ones we even have is Catwoman, since we're going to go on ahead and take a look at that. So here we go. Let's just get to see if any Catwomans are there. So 1 and 2. Well, 2 of them, of course. 2. I mean, of course, 2 Catwoman cards. Of course. Of course. So here it is, guys. 2 Catwoman cards. Wow. Very, again, interesting. Very, again, once, of course, interesting. So, the next one we even have here is that the Nightwing cards. Let's go ahead and go on with the Nightwing cards. Okay, so that's 1 and 2. Well, I kind of was expecting the same thing that was happening with the Catwoman cards, but I mean, goldfish. Not really goldfish, but just pretty much what those even look like, actually. Man, that's awesome, man. Really cool. Very cool. Next up, we are doing is Green Arrow. Let's go on with Green Arrow. All right, let's just see what he got for Green Arrow. So let's take a look. We got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is 5. It is tied like Superman cards. Like, no way was it tied. It's actually just tied, y'all. It's just tied up. Like, look at this. 5 Green Arrow cards. That there is so, again, interesting. Like, wow. Just look at this. And if anybody could see this on the screen, actually, then just feel free to look on the screen. So, look at that. 5 Green Arrow cards. 5 Green Arrow cards. Next up is Cyborg. Let's go on and see where this even leads. All right, so I'm going to count this. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 Cyborg cards. No, wait. 5. Yeah, 5. Okay, that's 5. Like, it's the same thing that goes with Green Arrow and Superman. Man, that is nuts. 5 of these same cards, but different. Right about here. Wow. That looks so cool. Again, the only next thing I find is so cool is just so awesome right here. It's just so good. Really perfect. That makes a good sense of perfect way of saying how perfect that is. Perfect, perfect, and perfect. Next up, Wonder Woman cards. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Man, we're getting so many 5s in these cards. No legitimate 5 cards again. Like literally 5 cards of Wonder Woman right here. So look at this. 5 of these cards. Ta-da! Look at this. No, really, look at all this, guys. Like, look at this. Looks good, huh? It's really good. Next up we have is Green Lantern cards. Let's go on with that. Okay, let's go on with Green Lantern. So here it is. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I mean, of course, there's another guy that actually is kind of siding with Green Lantern, I think. So that kind of still counts. So anyway, I think it's pretty much John Stewart. Yeah, John Stewart. So here it is, guys. Right here. Ta-da! 5 Green Lantern cards. Literally 5 or 6. Which those, again, still count. Definitely counts. Right there. So, now, next up we are doing is the Flash. Alright, next up is the Flash. And also, if anybody has told me, basically by saying, he's like, hey, did you went to the Flash movie? Oh, I did watch the Flash movie. It was actually pretty good. I liked the Flash movie. It was actually pretty awesome. Like, yeah, there were some jokes. There were actually some jokes there while it was in that movie. So it was actually pretty interesting for me again. So, yeah, that is definitely the Flash movie. That was actually a good movie. So here's what we got for the Flash cards. We got is the Flash. Here what we even have is next is we have is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, these even barely beat all 5s. That's awesome. Not even as close from 12, but even better. 7 Flash cards. Awesome, man. Just look at that. No, look at that. That is so cool. That is awesome. Which I'm just being awesome, just to let you guys know for that understanding is that there's a lot of these cards, so it's pretty good. Next up, we can still go in with the villains one, since that's why I'm going to make separate cards exactly for the separate bands, exactly between either which ones are better, is heroes or even the villains card, so I kind of would go on and decide it. Alright, next up we even have is Batgirl, for example. So, I basically have 2 Batgirl cards. 2 of them. Right there. 2 Batgirl cards. Yeah, so it pretty much is the same thing. So it pretty much is technically the same thing. So it's still 2. Next up, next we even have is of course is Hot Girl. Oh man, Hot Girl, huh? Hot Girl, of course. It will also be related to another Amazon that is also from Wonder Woman's Wonder Woman's Amazon thing. So there you guys go. 2 pretty much right here. 2 Hot Girl cards right there. Very cool, huh? Very cool. Next up, we even have is like just like a 3 separate females exactly of like, yeah, just 3 of them exactly. That pretty much one on the left is a villain, and of course 2 of them on the center and right are pretty much good guys. So that pretty much yet again counts. So next we even have is of course is yeah, pretty much Aquaman. So it pretty much remains to be a regime Aquaman after all, since there's just no original one. So that sucks, and that kind of stinks. So look at this. I got 2 of them right there from the holding of my card. Is 2 Aquaman cards. That is just only pretty much to be a regime one. Regime. That is pretty much like that. And next up, we even have right here is that we got next up is of course is that is pretty much the one card right here is right there. Is pretty much this technically villain or good guy is the Arkham Knight. Of course it is. I mean, what to expect? Of course, that Batman has to be so much careful when he picks his cards around. So, for any villains to go around to fight, which, I mean, it's just kind of different, but I don't even notice. And oh yeah, we got his Raven, but a regime right here. Raven. Next up we even have is, of course, is the Magician Girl. So, here she is, guys. The Musician. Right here. Pretty much the one who does the magic stuff. Yep, a musician, totally. Which I don't even know how exactly, but whatever. The Joker cards. Oh yeah, I got 2 of them. 2. 2 I only get to keep, which is right here basically. So yeah, the badass Joker and then the regime Joker. Like yes, my favorite ones are right here. My favorites of my favorites. Right of my favorite cards. Favorites. Which I'm lucky to even keep those anyway. Next up we even have is Harley Quinn, which oh yeah, I'm absolutely saying is yes. I totally would say is hell yes. Very much again. Absolutely Harley Quinn. Oh, absolutely. Yes. That's what I'm saying is for the love of yes. So anyway, here it is. 2 of them right here. Like, I mean, look at this. They're 2 different ones. I could barely say that 2 of them are looking different alike. That they're even different from this. Most likely they're all different. Cool. Which I'm lucky to even say how cool those are. Anyway, next up we even have the next amount of cards we even have next is Bane. Oh yeah, we got Bane, baby. We got Bane. Bane, and Bane. I mean, there's so many of those ones, it's just nuts. Really, I got a lot of those Bane cards. Really a lot. Okay, what we even have next, of course, that, yeah, I did have 2 Joker cards and 4 Harley Quinn cards, which that's what I was actually going to say next, but whatever. The next one I have is, let me count the cards I have this time. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then 11. Oh snap, 11 Bane cards. Bane. Wow, that couldn't even get close to Batman, actually. That could literally be the closest thing I could ever imagine with all 11 of those cards. Is 11 Bane cards. It's just Bane. Pretty much the guy that actually gets pretty stronger whenever he actually just gets a little bit more powerful, I guess. I mean, if any of you guys could try to see or can't see basically all these other cards in the way, then I frankly, again, apologize for that. So, again, currently apologize. So, anyway, just to make this a little easier, I'll show you guys what's in the end right here. Just show you guys what the ends are right here. So, I'll show you guys the beginning ones before that. So, here it is right here. Come on. See? Look at this. Ta-da! Look at that. Look at that. That actually looks good. And that actually looks sick. Next one is right here, of course. Right about here. Wow. I'm just saying is wow. Just so wow. Literally the only thing I'm saying wow. And I mean, afterwards, if the stream is over, I might consider having a secondary band that might come along with the villains anyway, since, like I said, I'm kind of adding up a new ones to be in the cards of the deck that I might be saving up anyway. If next time again, if I go to Injustice Arcade again, then that's when I can collect more cards, if I could try at least. Next up, we have is Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor. Of course, that baldy guy is running to fight a super dope, super lopey man. Superman. Okay, so anyway, we have is how many we even have is Lex Luthor. Is that, yeah, I guess we're going to say how many we even have exactly. So let's count all those up. We have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 again. Wow, so many times I'm saying 5 again. All right, here we go. Look at all of this. 5 Lex Luthor cards. So cool. Literally cool. The coolest thing ever. Like the coolest thing ever. Next up we even have is Sinestro. Absolutely. Green Lantern's arch nemesis is right here. Sinestro. And actually, another one's a green version. I mean, actually, like, look at that. Sinestro and Sinestro. Green and yellow. It makes both sense. So it counts 2 Sinestro cards. Makes sense again. That actually includes 3 cents. Now, as if we have next is Deathstroke. Deathstroke, we have is 3 Deathstroke cards. 3 of these bad boys right here. Holy crud. Look at all that. 3 of them are absolutely cool. Just even look at this. Just even look at that. Now, if you guys don't mind again, I'm going to probably just drink another Gatorade. So, here we go again. Let's drink another Gatorade. All right, next one we have next is, of course, is Solomon Grundy. Solomon Grundy. All right, let's just see how many Solomon Grundys we even have right here. And oh man, this one even gets a better shot of this. So we have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 right here is 7 Solomon Grundys cards. Wow. That is a wow indeed. Wow. Looks pretty sick. Looks awesome again. No wondering why. But like I said, I prefer Joker and then Scorpion. I prefer both of those characters even better. And oh, Harley Quinn too. I totally pick Harley Quinn because, I totally would say is, what I'm going to say is smash. Because I like Harley Quinn and also I just like Harley Quinn. That's just it. Just for the sake of me saying is like, I like Joker. So that's all I'm going to say is because I like Harley Quinn. So that's just all I would say about it. So next up we even have is, of course, is Doomsday. We have his 3 Doomsday cards right there. 3 Doomsday cards, baby. Right there from the bat. We have his 3 of these Doomsday cards. 3. Next up we even have, of course, is Black Adam. 2 of these cards, definitely yet again Black Adam. Of course, we got this guy, and then of course this guy. 2 Black Adam cards. Awesome. Very yet again awesome. Next we even have, of course, is General Zod. Oh yeah, General Zod, baby. That's right, General Zod. So anyway, we have his 2 Zod cards. Look at those. Awesome. Just cool, bruh. Cool. Next up we even have is that, well, how am I going to guess this one? Well, let's just count that. We have is, of course, is 1 singles. So I pretty much had to say I got 1 singles. I got 1 Lumbo which of course I got one Lumbo card right there. And of course we even have next is Killer Frost. Yeah, Killer Frost, which we're about to show you guys right about now. So here she is, everybody. Killer Frost. That's right, Killer Frost. And of course, my awesome character that is the awesome Mortal Kombatian, Scorpion. Yes. And finally got one Scorpion card. Get over here. That's right. I got that card right there. Come here. Like, man, I gotta say, this card is freaking good. Like, the card is so good. Like, I barely can't even understand how and why, though, but it's actually pretty cool once you guys actually think about it. Like, I can't believe I got most of these cards. However, it was actually interesting. So, just want to let you guys know that I'll actually be getting another rubber band, a second rubber band, actually. It's just a second one. So yeah, gotta get a second one though. Just like get a second one, of course. And also, yeah, those kind of actually look like a mirror. So just every time, just letting you guys know that even if it's a mirror, it kind of looks so close to be a mirror that it actually looks like a mirror. You know, just with the cards actually. If you guys know what I'm still talking about. So if that kind of doesn't make any sense for everybody, then that's fine. So without that being said, man, these guys are my awesome, well done, of course, Injustice cards. And also, one question actually. Will I pretty much be taking one of those cards to actually give away? You know, basically for like a few repeated cards? Well, yeah, maybe. Just maybe. Like, I mean, yes, just maybe. You know, that's what I'm just talking about because, I mean, at this point, I don't know how many repeated ones I would even get at the point, so I don't know. That's actually going to be a great question. So, yeah. Anyway, if any of you guys have any questions, then let me know if you guys do have any questions. So that would be wonderful. And if you guys basically have any specific questions, then let me know. And also, if you guys enjoy this video, remember, like as always, is like and comment and subscribe and the bell to be notified. And if you guys do like this photo and like this picture is so cool. It is very cool. And if you guys actually like seeing that picture, then go ahead and enjoy that picture. So I'll actually pretty much get to see you guys again next time and then in the next video and so. And speaking of the next video, you guys will get to see an extra reaction video. Which if you guys are ready to see that extra reaction video, it is definitely going to be up. And it's going to be on a premiere video. Once you see it, it'll totally happen on a premiere video and it will start yet again to pretty much bring that out. So, if you guys have any questions, remember, like as always, is like and comment and subscribe and the bell to be notified. And also, if you guys want to take a look back from like, you know, about the stream numbers between me where I said was about what the updated stuff exactly, with pretty much me talking about the gaming and stuff, then feel free to look back. Feel free to look it all back exactly when you guys get to move a little back on that exactly and hear what I said basically from the numbers. However, it just doesn't count basically from other games that doesn't count, so it probably won't count. I mean, what will kind of count is going to be more on a side game stuff. It's going to be on a side answers, you know, a side stuff, a side gaming. So, anyways, that being said, I will get to see you guys again next time, and I'll see you guys again on the next reaction video and so. And then, of course, you guys will get to hear me talking about Discord and stuff, which, yes, you guys will get to see that premiere once it's coming soon because, you know, it's like a couple of days actually before the 4th actually gets to be started. So, you know, if I were you guys, it actually gets to start around like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It actually starts around 5 days. So just want to let you guys know that the 4th actually starts in 5 days exactly for that premiere to begin. So if you guys are ready to see it, then yes, you guys will get to see it, and you guys will get to probably see all that exactly, and will get to see pretty much be mentioned and say is like, oh, how do I get to on your Discord? Well, it's going to be a good question. And yes, it will be some advice at least to know what the numbers even are exactly. I mean, the one person did tell me that I'll actually repeat again, actually said that, well, it actually took the person back to the same site, you know, just take you back to the same site without actually just getting onto me, basically. So If anybody does attend having trouble along with that question, then that's when you guys get to notify and look on that question and see what you might know about. So that's when you got to see that. Anyway, any questions more and any question further, then we'll see what even goes. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and thank you all very much for enjoying this stream of mine and enjoying the whole entire amazing thing, which I know I had to show you guys more Injustice cards, which I already did got exactly, so I'm pretty proud of showing you all those cards. I mean, I pretty much have to say about pretty much with the Batman ones and then the Bane cards are actually pretty close, by having 12 or near 11, so I think it kind of deserves a tie. But I might actually have to say that it kind of deserves a tie with saying how many Batman cards or even Bane cards I even have is nuts. Like, if you guys kind of know what I'm talking about with the card numbers, then, oh, trust me, I'll actually will tell you guys all the results if I try to will and probably may will actually explain it on a community post. And yes, there is going to be my amount of total of those cards, and then there will be updated cards for no reason, so I don't know why. So, it's just going to probably be a me stream, I guess. It's going to probably be a me day or something of a me stream or whatever. So, yeah. Anyways, this video and yet again of this stream, yet again is pretty much yet again dedicated from me exactly and make this stream exactly for no absolute reason. So, that being said, folks, I'm yours again truly. That I am Devin-Foxy Remastered, known as to be as the second king of Five Nights at Freddy's. And also, yet again, of course, we'll get to be facing against the zombies in part 1 of Zombie U. And I mean, I barely have not even played any zombie games for a long time. Just a long time. Which, I mean, a few of the game examples I never even got on to even try is a good question. But for the zombie games, oh, hell yeah, brother. I will get to join that again. And we'll get to play that again. But yes, Zombie U, oh yeah, it's going to be a very good memory to bring back of a good memory, and will pretty much will say and receive to say is that, well, it's going to be a revisited time, revisiting time for the Wii U, for the revisited time. You know what I'm calling it. Anyway, yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys again next time. Peace out, everybody, and take care, everyone, and see you guys again next time and later. So, peace out, everyone. And if you guys actually do want to rate the pictures, exactly what you guys think of the picture, by either having seen is like 1 through 10. I think mine was 1 out of 10. I think it was kind of like, more likely 9 out of 10, since I'm like, you know what I'm trying to say, because I'm trying to fix my words for a few times or whatever. But what I'm kind of saying exactly is I'm going to give the cards basically just 10 out of 10, because I kind of like the way how it's 10 out of 10, because I kind of like all the photos, but except a few ones weren't actually that good at all, since there were like a few blur ones exactly. So, I don't know. I mean, most of those poses are pretty good on the cards, so it's pretty good on the photos. So, yeah, anyways, see you guys again next time. Peace on out, everybody. Devin-Foxy Remastered once again. We'll finally see you guys again next time. Peace out, everybody. And also, am I going to kind of get a break or a vacation on my first channel? Yeah, I might kind of get that as a break. So, yes, I actually will get that on a break. As long as I do actually kind of like get on with part 1 or 2 that I might actually try at least to do. And yes, it's going to probably be one of those options anyway, since, yes, it's going to be true after, and I mean after, pretty much it's going to be is after pretty much with part 1 and part 2 being finished. Then that's when I can probably be on a break and we'll get to finally do something else. Which, I mean, I'll still continue doing the Zombie U gameplay videos. Trust me, I'll still do those. But like I said, I'll still yet again recommend being on a break, since, like, I mean, there's an old saying for everybody to notify that question and also understand this question. If anybody doesn't know exactly, is that, there's an old saying. Sometimes, here we go. I'm going to say this. And here's an old saying for everybody, if anybody is wanting to pay attention from what I'm about to say. So here it is. Here's the old saying, is that sometimes when you make videos, or basically I make videos, it's just an old saying sometimes is that, well, sometimes I can't be making too much videos, or it's going to be a little bit more difficult. or if I'm not actually getting the saying correct. I mean, sometimes I'm going to say is like, sometimes I just can't make all videos, you know. I just can't sometimes always be the one making every video. That's an old saying. Yeah, that's the saying I was actually wanting to be talking about. That's the saying I'm talking about. But, you know, I will have to pretty much come up with different sayings anyway. But I don't know. But the moral of the story is, I'm just trying to tell you guys I can't be making too many videos or too much because, you know, I'm just wanting to build up more other videos for my separate channels more since, like, yeah, I mean, that's all I'm going to ask. But anyways, yeah, there's going to be a few videos. And after 2 more parts on Zombie U, which I'll still yet again remain continuing on those, if I find more thumbnails, then that's when I could be on a good green light, exactly for a green light. So that's all I can count. So thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out, everybody. Have a good day, have a very good night, and have a very great night, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, everyone. Have a great day. We'll see you next time, and peace on out. Bye-bye, everybody. See you again in the very next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care, and see you next time.